Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdMode, and welcome to recap a video series where I'll be going over what has been occurring over the last week and talk with you guys about things that you can be expecting in future episodes. So with that said and done, let's jump right into the episode, shall we? So of course, jumping right into the YouTube side of things, everything's actually been going pretty well. I'm really excited for 60 frames per second to finally come to YouTube. I think that'll make 4K look a lot better, and in many cases, I'm really hoping that it'll really advance the overall quality on YouTube, may that be my channel or really anybody else's channel. So I guess you could say I'm really excited for that to be coming, and I would imagine we should be seeing the 60 frames per second rolling out on YouTube here in the next month or so. So I'm really excited, and hopefully that'll come to tuition here very soon. Now, of course, alongside that, we've done most of our series this week, and the only reason Tuesday's video didn't get uploaded is because I just had a huge loss of motivation. I mean, you can almost call it like depression at that point, but it wasn't a prolonged period, so that's not what I'm going to call it. I'm just going to call it Andrew's lazy day that needed a day off. And in that case, I decided that I wanted to watch movies all day and gear myself for the next couple of days of work, so that's kind of what I did, and I really wanted to make the video mentally. I just couldn't get the strive to do it physically, so I apologize, but we should be back on track, and I think you guys will enjoy the next episode coming up. Now, of course, an update pertaining to Sniper Sunday. I really haven't figured out what I want to do, mentally. Again, I really want to get those videos done. However, I just can't find it within myself to really sit down and snipe that entire period, considering that that's going to be a lot of effort I have to put in, which I'm not against putting effort in. Obviously, if I was against it, I wouldn't upload in the highest resolution that YouTube allows with the highest bitrate. But with that in mind, of course, it's just very frustrating, I've just never been a sniper, at least for the past couple of years, so trying to get back into the act of things is seeming to be very hard, and I know that's kind of how it's supposed to be, but with my mentality, I wanted to jump in there and just get you guys some great clips and really impress you by the overall weapon performance, but it's just not coming to tuition as easy as I would have thought. But I guess when it comes down to it, I'm going to really try this weekend to try to get the episode uploaded, and I think you guys will enjoy the overall episode, but I'm glad you guys are hanging in there with me, especially if that's your favorite series. I do apologize, but it's just very frustrating, and there are days where I just can't handle it, and I just don't want to do it. So I'm going to do my best to get it done this weekend. I think I have a good amount of clips so far, and I just need to kind of sit down and record for a little bit longer, and I think we'll be good to go. Now, of course, transferring over to the gaming side of things, I've mainly just been playing Battlefield 4, and that's pretty much about it. As sad as that sounds, that's really the only game I play a majority of. Not saying that I don't have a ton of games, believe me, my Steam library is pretty full, as well as my Origin one. And then of course I always have console gaming, may that be on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, or really anything else that I currently own. So that's always an option to go back to if I'm always losing a little bit of strive on the PC performance, but I'm really enjoying PC, and I don't really have aspirations to go back at the moment, so I guess we'll go from there. Now, to kind of give you guys an update on what I've been doing in Battlefield 4, considering that I've been playing with a lot of random weapons, if you guys haven't noticed over the last week or so, you've probably seen me use weapons that I commonly don't use. Not to say that, every weapon I use is the M416, but I do have 3,000 kills with it, which is probably my most killed weapon. Granted, I do have a couple of other weapons that are about 1,000 kills and so forth, but especially at my level, that really isn't hard to get, so that's not really something to be impressed with. But I have actually been doing some battle pack hunting, which is mainly in reference to the double XP event that's probably going to be coming this weekend, as well as we do have one early next month, so I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting some 100% and 200% so that I can level up as quick as humanly possible. So I've been using a lot of weapons that I normally don't use. It's been very frustrating, but my KD continues to go up, which is always a good thing. I don't strive too hard in KD in Battlefield, but it's nice to at least have one that's a little stat padded, so that's always a nice thing to have, as well as, trying to still push onward to victory with capturing flags and playing the objective, like most Battlefield players do. But of course, when it comes down to it, I've been using weapons like the AR-160, the L85A2, and just some other DMRs and bolt-action sniper rifles to try to get them figured out as well. But by and large, I've been pretty successful, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting some 200% so that way I can maximize on the XP events that will be coming soon. And finally, transitioning over to the real-life side of things, I've actually been spending a good amount of my time when it comes down to availability playing Battlefield 4, but when I'm not available, it seems like I'm doing a lot of working, and that's just something that many of us have probably gotten used to at this point, especially in my case, considering that I've been out of school for almost 2 years now. Now, of course, work has been pretty interesting, considering that I actually got confronted to get a promotion, which I was not expecting when I went into work, and when it comes down to it, I feel like I'm a good employee, but I do have my moments where, when my legs are really tired, I tend to stand around a little bit more than I should. But in comparison to my other coworkers, it's no different than anybody else, and I think we get our tasks done every day, so I'm not too worried about it. and a lot of the times I'm just kind of wandering around trying to do other activities as well as work, and I do a pretty good job when it comes to closing the store, so I think that's where the promotion actually came from. So basically when I get this promotion, which will be actually in the next couple of weeks, I'm basically going to become a manager, which is pretty nice. I won't be a store manager, but by itself I'll have access to keys and drawers and all that good stuff that makes life a little bit easier, as well as getting paid just a tiny bit more, which I guess is pretty nice, with a little bit more hours available to myself, which I'm perfectly fine with. But I guess when it comes down to it, in the next couple of weeks I should be getting this promotion activated, as well as trying to do a little bit of training for it, and everything should turn out pretty golden. It's really no different than what I currently do, so I thought I would definitely accept it once the offer was given. Now, of course, alongside doing the standard working, I have actually been doing a little bit on the side to try to make you guys better content. I've been doing a ton of research. I've actually been really interested in building another computer, so of course I've been sitting there looking up motherboards and all that good stuff. That's probably pretty entertaining if you're a tech guy, but of course, when it comes down to the main gist of it, I've been doing a little bit of research on that front to try to understand the fundamentals of the actual components within a computer, as well as doing a little bit of research on the software side of things when it comes down to producing videos for you guys, and just trying to learn some new and creative things that I can use in videos to surprise you guys when it comes down to the effects or the overall quality of those videos. But I guess when it comes down to the main gist of it, I've been having a lot of free time, been using it to do a lot of research, which I think is pretty good. It's always good to expand your mind and become a little bit more educated on the things that you have interest in, which is always a good thing, and I'm sure many of you guys do that as well. But when it comes down to the main gist of it, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Recap. Of course, if you guys would like to leave constructive feedback to improve the episodes, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But when it comes down to the main gist of it, guys, this has been NMO. I'm going to be signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next installation. Peace.